because I understand that you have retired. You're 50-0. You walked away from the game. You made a lot of money, but you made more money than any boxer in history. But I'll be damned if you're gonna be on this show and I ain't gonna ask you. Are you thinking about coming back, Floyd Money Mayweather, with the Terence Crawford, with a Manny Pacquiao?
Great career, a tremendous career, an unbelievable career. But I mean, once again, we can't judge a guy. A guy is not great because he won one fight. To become a legendary great fighter, you must continue to go out there and beat good fighters and beat great fighters.
Floyd Mayweather answered back after Terence Crawford said he was the better boxer. Floyd stated that his perfect undefeated record, multiple world titles, and years of dominating the sport prove that he is the true greatest fighter of all time.
Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that
the greatest of all time.
Okay.
Even so, Terence Crawford still has complete confidence in his talent and believes he is the more complete fighter overall. Crawford has clearly said that he would choose himself to beat a prime Floyd Mayweather Jr. because of his ring IQ versatility and his ability to adjust styles during a fight.
Wins in a fight, you or prime Floyd?
Me?
No questions?
Why would you think that I would say Floyd? You know, that's one of my favorite fighters. But yeah.
Shane Mosley believes Terence Crawford could possibly beat the Money Mayweather version of Floyd, but says he would never defeat Floyd in his prime. Mosley explained that the younger Floyd was much quicker, more aggressive, and far more dangerous offensively, making him extremely difficult to deal with because of his speed and pressure style.
I don't really know. Crawford is kind of like, has the same mentality I got. Like he's hungry and he's going to come after you. Mayweather's very tricky, but at the same time, Crawford will go right-handed and left-handed. So it would be a big problem for Mayweather. And if Mayweather gets hit with Crawford, like I hit him and rocked, it might not end well for Mayweather. They might be over it. But Mayweather could outbox Crawford, I think, because Crawford has the mindset that I'm trying to knock you out. And Mayweather knows how to play to that I'm trying to knock you out type of thing. Because he's used to people coming at him trying to hit him hard all the time. The only person that I see that I can kind of like equate to, and this I think Crawford would have the edge, is Castillo. When Castillo fought Mayweather the first time. And fights like that, Mayweather has problems with Crawford. Because Crawford hits hard, Crawford's very strong like I am.
Mayweather has spent many years protecting his legacy as one of the greatest fighters in boxing history, with a perfect 50-0 record, world titles across 5 weight classes, and major wins over stars like Manny Pacquiao, Oscar de la Hoya, and Saul Alvarez. Many experts believe no fighter from the modern era has achieved what Floyd accomplished inside the ring.
Great defensive fighters, one of the great counterpunchers, one of the great boxers, one of the great fighters. I know he didn't get on his resume what was on the resume of some of these guys, but you can only beat the guys in your era. You can. I know he beat a couple really good guys in his era, and they were a little late. It was a little like Pacquiao was one of them. It was late in their careers. It wasn't when they were in the prime of their careers. I acknowledge that. I do. I acknowledge all of that. But he's still great. He's still great. And he's number 10. He starts this great list. And that's Floyd Money Mayweather. 49-0. Again, I don't even know what record to give you.
50-0. They count.
All right. So 50-0. I don't want to take nothing away from Floyd. You can't take nothing away from him. He's just great defensive fighter.
Crawford has regularly shown respect to Mayweather and has even called him the best fighter of this generation. Still, as Crawford continued building his own legacy by becoming an undisputed champion in multiple weight divisions, fans began comparing the achievements of both fighters more and more.
I'm going to start making comparisons with your legacy to Floyd Mayweather. How do you feel you compare with Floyd with the resume you have now?
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
You talk the talk and you sure walk the walk. Your confidence and aura is on another level. Could we see a run as a light heavyweight?
Nah. We ain't going up that much.
Now,
Trainer Greg Hackett compared Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Terence Crawford by saying Crawford could be the more complete overall boxer because of his size and ability to fight in different ways. Still, he admitted that Mayweather's speed experience and undefeated career continue to make him one of the toughest fighters in boxing history to defeat.
Better fighter, Jay. Of course you got to give it to Floyd. Floyd at that time, Ben, what's up? Floyd at that time versus Canelo was in total confidence. His skill set, his IQ, you know what I'm saying? Everything he do, he was just a complete fighter that night. But I feel like was up against a lot because he was fighting a guy that we knew something about, but we ain't know too much about. People don't understand how much a fighter could be thrown off by what he don't know. And the reason it throws you off is because you're actually learning about the fighter while you in there. That's what Bud went up against that night. That's why he didn't look so great. To me, I could be wrong, but he didn't look so great to me because he was learning a lot about Madrimov while he was in there with Madrimov, opposed to Floyd Mayweather fighting Canelo, and we already know what this is. You know what I'm saying? And it's totally different styles, but I still got to give it to Mayweather. His confidence, his endurance, his speed, his ring generalship. You know what I mean? It's just a lot that he brought to the table.
While many boxing analysts continue debating who is the better fighter, Crawford believes those comparisons take away from what makes each boxer special. He has made it clear that he respects Mayweather, but does not want his own career and legacy to be measured by another fighter's standards.
Know how you is, you be sizing niggas up, bro. Keep it a stack. Did you in your head size up Floyd? Like, you know what I'm saying? If we was ever, keep it real, boy. Keep it real.
I'm never that type of guy. I think that's some grimy shit. Always been happy for him, been a fan of his, and I never imagined us fight. Yeah. I never looked at him like, man, I know I'll be this.
Boy, you capping, bro. I never thought like fantasy fight me versus Floyd. Nah.
Never. I never just was with a person and looked at him like, man, I'll beat his ass. Never. That's some hating type shit to me.
Like plot.
I ain't never been that type of person.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. also stated that he stands apart from other boxers because he fully controlled his own career and made all his business decisions on his own.
To do that, I had to take a hold of my own career and become my own boss. And when I was able to do that, because I talked about this on numerous different platforms, you know, how I bought myself out my contract for $750,000, and then I made $750 million in 3 fights. So I'm a little different from the rest of the fighters, you know. The less you get hit, the longer you last. So I didn't want to take too much punishment inside that square circle. If you see a lot of fighters, they can barely walk, they can barely talk, but still, you know, Floyd Mayweather has made smart moves, surrounded himself with a smart team, and I'm still making hundreds of millions.
Floyd says he achieved success both in and out of the ring by staying undefeated, building his own brand, making smart investments, and becoming one of the biggest global stars in boxing history.
You know, you grow as you watch, you see certain things, you grow. And I truly, I wasn't where I wanted to be as far as with my career. I really wanted to be everywhere. I wanted the Mayweather brand to be all around the world, not just in the US or not just in a certain city. I wanted to be worldwide. You know, a lot of athletes, their careers are short. My career is long, and my career wasn't just inside that square circle. My real estate portfolio is unreal. Even with these gyms, we're going to constantly build, put people in position to be entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
And we want people to come work out. And I talked about this with Robert Smith the other day. You know, when I text Robert and we talk, I said, you know, Robert, we both getting a lot of money. I don't have the money that you have. Of course, I'd have made over $1 billion, but health is the real.
Meanwhile, Andre Ward, a close friend of Terence Crawford and former world champion, has strongly defended him against critics who say his achievements are not on the same level as Mayweather. Ward highlights Crawford's adaptability, technical skill, and ability to break down top-level opponents as clear reasons he deserves to be part of the greatest fighter debate.
Who's the most skilled fighter today?
Bud is definitely one of them, for sure. Tyke Shakur, Devin, Boots,
my favorite.
It's a lot of them, and they skillful in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody that, like, I could bet the house on is Bud, because me and him we so much alike in our mentality. Like soon as I see this dude, he come in the room or I come in the room, we start arguing about basketball, wrestling, anything, bro. Like, man, you can't, man, you looking small. What you mean I'm looking small? You looking small. You gotta really hurt that dude to turn him away and to try to stop him from doing what he want to do. So skillful, yes, but this and this, it's different, man. There's not a lot of guys like that out there currently. There's a lot of guys that talking, but until you get in that real fire, I'm not saying a guy you fighting a guy you should beat. I'm saying a guy that it's a 50-50 matchup. We don't really know what you have.
Ward believes people still do not fully understand the level of talent Crawford has. He has even called Crawford the GOAT of this generation. Ward has consistently been one of Crawford's strongest supporters, not just because they are close friends, but because he sees Crawford's record dominance and ability to adjust in fights as something rare in modern boxing. After Crawford's dominant win over Errol Spence Jr., Ward openly said that Bud had earned the right to be seen as the greatest fighter of this era.
Terence Crawford, great performance, man. He's been doing this throughout the course of his career. The stakes were a lot different in this fight, a lot more danger. He had to fight that kind of fight in order to beat Canelo Alvarez tonight, and he did that at 37, but getting ready to be 38 years old. And he proved, like Max said, that he is the GOAT of this generation. Hats off to Canelo for taking the fight. He didn't have to take it. Hats off to Turkey Al-Sheikh for putting it together. Just a great night for boxing.
Yeah. How special a fighter is someone like Terence Crawford? There was no signs of a size disadvantage there. How special?
You can see it in spots, but it wasn't significant. And I didn't think it was going to be significant. And people called me crazy, but I've been around Terence. He's strong. He's got a wrestling background, and people don't realize that he's been boiling himself down all these years and still being successful.
Brian Bomac McIntyre strongly believes that Terence Crawford has gone beyond Floyd Mayweather as a fighter. After Crawford's dominant wins and historic success in multiple weight divisions, Bomac praised Bud's full skill set, including his defense adaptability, ring IQ, timing, and switch hitting ability. He supported comments from Canelo Alvarez, who suggested Crawford is better than Mayweather, and argued that Crawford can do everything Floyd did while also adding more versatility and creative offense. Bomac said Crawford's ability to adjust during fights and control opponents both mentally and physically makes him different from most fighters of this era. He also highlighted Crawford becoming undisputed in several divisions as proof of his greatness, and said Bud is still achieving things that put him among the all-time elite in boxing.
Before the fight, the Crawford-Canelo fight, and you had a Cavs hat on. This time you've got a GOAT hat on. Is that how you're feeling? I know it says Muhammad Ali, but is that how you're feeling about Bud's performance, about his whole career?
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling that way, man. GOAT. Greatest of all time, man. You gotta give it to him. You gotta give it to him. You gotta give it to his coaches. Not just me, Saul Red, Bernie, Chet, nutritionists, everybody played a part.
Canelo said he's way better than Mayweather. What do you think to that?
Who, Terence?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Shane Mosley praised Crawford as a more complete overall fighter, highlighting physical advantages, longer reach, switch hitting ability, and versatility inside the ring. According to Mosley, Crawford's ability to fight effectively from both orthodox and southpaw stances would create serious problems for Mayweather and make him difficult to read throughout a fight. Mosley also pointed to Crawford's size and power, believing those attributes could help him edge out Floyd in a close matchup. However, he still showed major respect toward Mayweather, calling him one of the greatest and most talented fighters in boxing history. Mosley explained that Floyd's defensive genius, ring IQ, and counterpunching skills would still make the fight extremely competitive. Even so, Mosley feels Crawford's adaptability and offensive versatility would ultimately give him the advantage in a hypothetical showdown between the two undefeated boxing legends.
Did you believe or do you agree with the fact that Canelo is saying Crawford is better than Mayweather from an outsider's perspective, having not fought Crawford? Who do you think's better out of those two, Crawford or Mayweather?
I think Crawford is better, bigger. Like he's actually, he moved in weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better fight all around fighter. Mayweather's really good too, though. You can knock him as well. He's very talented. It would have been a tough fight, but I think Crawford would have the edge over Mayweather because of the long arms and because it's bigger. You know what I'm saying? And he would have kept him at bay. It would have been hard for Mayweather to counter, maybe. But Mayweather's
definitely technician. I mean, like Crawford said, you know, Mayweather has his era, and Crawford, this is his era.
Roy Jones Jr. has criticized Floyd Mayweather's legacy, saying Floyd is clearly an all-time great, but not untouchable. Jones believes certain fighters in their prime with different style, speed, and pressure tactics could have given Mayweather far more trouble than people assume. He argues that boxing styles make matchups unpredictable, and even elite defensive fighters can struggle against opponents who combine timing, aggression, and adaptability at the highest level. Jones emphasizes that Mayweather's undefeated record and defensive mastery deserve respect, but insists greatness in boxing is always relative to style, matchups, and eras.
Do you respect the Floyd 50-0, or is it like...
You gotta respect anything a person does and stay undefeated that long. So I respect it to a degree, yeah. Is it a 50-0 that I think, oh, he the greatest fighter all the time? Nah. Chavez was 80-0 at one point. 80. He could have retired at 80-0. You go ever top that? No. He just didn't stop, right? You got the 50 and you stopped because of Rocky Marciano.
Right.
So Rocky died. If he wouldn't die, he probably would have kept going too. So and then at the end, you fight a guy that's 0-0 for number 50. How can I respect it?
Yeah.
You feel me? Right. So, I mean, I love Floyd, don't get it wrong, I'm not hating on Floyd, but come on, bro, you fight a guy that's 0-0, Conor McGregor was 0-0, and they let you do it.
Amir Khan has expressed strong respect for Crawford and believes there is a legitimate case that Crawford could beat Floyd Mayweather. Khan points out that Crawford timing in the ring is exceptional, and he observes how Crawford was able to disrupt rhythm, make precise adjustments, and execute smart game plans. When reflecting on his own fight with Crawford, Khan noted Crawford's ability to frustrate opponents by making them miss by fractions, then punish openings with well-timed combinations. He also believes Crawford is superior to many big names in the welterweight division, and feels that even someone with Mayweather's legendary defensive craftsmanship might struggle to cope with Crawford's mix of offense, ring IQ, and adaptability.